I went to use this screwdriver and couldn't find the bits, which led to this 3D print. I'll explain it all on today's Filament Friday. Filament Friday is brought to you every week by the generous donations of these Patreon supporters. This whole project started when I went to use my universal screwdriver and realized all the bits were gone. I know they're around the shop, so it was time to go find them. To organize the bits, I went to Thingiverse and I found the screw bit case by user Morton Goldegger that had a nice screw on top. And then I found a remix of it by user Kits Row 94 that included a mount for the screwdriver. I had a little bit of eSun copper filament left, so I printed it out, not realizing that I should have test printed this first because it wouldn't screw together. It was very, very tight. And the lip on the bottom just was too small and too close to the size of the top, so even if I cranked this down, I wouldn't even be able to grab the bottom. So I knew I needed to modify it. This is a perfect job for Tinkercad, so I used the import tool, dropped the .stl file, and brought it into Tinkercad. Now I had the base, I lifted it 4 millimeters, and then I'm going to put a bottom underneath this. I'm going to use a cylinder. I'm going to resize it to 90 by 90 millimeters and make it 5 millimeters tall, so these two will intersect. Plus I left the rough edge on it. I didn't round it. That way I got something to grip onto. Then I took these two, I centered them in the X and Y direction, and then I'm just going to group them together, and I have a new base with a grip that I can get my hands on. So I exported this .stl file, and now it's time to load it into the slicer. Now because the bits were a little bit tight, I oversized the bottom to 102% to give it a little more space. And then because the top didn't screw on as well, I made that 104%, hoping that'll be loose enough to go on top. So once I had that, I'm going to print this on my CR10 Mini in PLA, 25% fill, 0.3 layer height, 60 degrees on the bed, 215 for the filament at 50 millimeters per second. I sliced it, and it said it would take 5 hours and 10 minutes to print and $2.67 of plastic. I'm going to print it on my low-cost CR10 Mini. I love this printer. And also use my Red Filament Friday Filament. It's my favorite color. I really love the way this turned out. And this stubby screwdriver is like a natural fit. You can put the bigger one in. Works fine. But this stubby one, I don't know, I like the way they go together. And this top with the oversize comes off easily. The bits, a few of them are still pretty tight, but most of them come out with ease. And then I looked at it and I said, you know, this is a nice set and a nice gift idea. I could see where you get a set of bits, you print this out and maybe purple or pink for a girl, or blue or green or orange or something for a boy, and then get a little stubby screwdriver and they can have their first screwdriver set. I remember when I gave my son his first screwdriver set, it was a Phillips screwdriver and a flathead. And when I'm working around the house, he was so excited to come up with his screwdrivers and say, "Daddy, you want to use mine?" And then when I used his screwdriver, man, he got so excited. That felt so good as a dad, it really did. While I was searching for bits, I actually found this specialty bit set. So I printed another one. I really like the gift idea because it can go to anybody, adults, kids. So I went online and I found a similar screwdriver that will work and a bit set for a very affordable price, cheaper than I can get it at the local hardware store. And I'll put a link to those in the description below if you're interested. But then I can print out a bunch of these different colors, maybe even put their name in 3D print on the front, or Merry Christmas. So I'm definitely going to do that. That's a fall project to get ready for Christmas. I'll include these files in the file section of chepclub.com. I'll also put them on Thingiverse as a remix. So let me know what you think of it in the comments below. If you like this type of project, maybe check out some of the other videos that are popping up. If you want to help support the channel, $1 a month through Patreon is really appreciated. And if nothing else, click on that Chep logo and subscribe. That's it for this week. I'll see you next time right here at Filament Friday.